I knew that there was a girl on the team, and I asked him, I said, what do? I have a girl on the boys soccer team. Can she play?
In the fall of 1975, Donna Hoover, a 15-year-old beginning sophomore year, went out for the Golden High School soccer team. At that time, Golden did not have a girls' soccer team, so she played with the boys. However, the Colorado High School Activities Association, CHASA, limited participation in this activity to members of the male sex. CHASA's regulations were modeled after Title IX, who allowed girls to try out for the boys' team and vice versa if only a girls' or boys' team existed, unless a sport is a contact sport. After 7 doctors of the Medical Aspects of Sports Committee declared soccer subjected female athletes to an inordinate risk of injury, CHASA declared soccer as a contact sport and girls were banned from high school soccer in Colorado.
When I started playing soccer, it was really just in pickup games, like after school and weekends with some friends of mine who were all guys. They all played on the boys' team at our high school. And I don't remember how it came about that I started playing on the junior varsity team. Just ended up playing on the soccer team.
I just saw her out there. It was like, cool. She's very likable, and she didn't back down from all of us guys. There was a lot of respect. And everybody accepted her, and then she got a uniform, and she played her JV games.
She practiced with us every day. She had excellent ball skills. She would tackle people, and she got tackled. She was out there just like everyone else.
Junior varsity games weren't officially sanctioned by CHASA, and the coach, Dave Farrar, let her play. After one game, it was written in the Golden transcript, Golden probably has the only high school who can boast a girls soccer player, Donna Hoover. She played JV and did a tremendous job. The following year, 1976, Donna returned to the soccer team. That fall was Tracy Fifer's first year coaching Golden soccer. He spoke with the Jefferson County Athletic Director, Mel Schwartz. When he asked to see if Donna could play, he got an interesting response.
His response was, no, she cannot play. But I said, well, she had played the year before. He said, it doesn't really matter what happened in 1975. She could not play in 1976. I remember asking him what would happen if she did play. And he told me he would fire me. The season started, and I told her she was welcome to play, to practice, and play. And we would take it one step at a time, and all the other guys on the team seemed to accept her. So everything was good. And we were playing Green Mountain, and after the varsity game, she played in that game. One of the Green Mountain parents called afterwards and said, why is this girl playing on Golden High School? So the school administration from the county told me that she couldn't even practice.
The athletic director stating that it was to protect me, that it was a contact sport and playing with the boys would be harmful for me. So we fought that, and we had being raised by a single parent. She taught us to pursue the things that we really wanted to do. There were no limits. Hired a lawyer. It looked like it really was becoming a sex discrimination case. And the next thing I know, the ACLU is also asking to be a part of this case as far as a precedent-setting sex discrimination of women in high school sports. I was relegated to equipment director. I wasn't actually able to participate in practices or in games while the court trial was proceeding.
Gene S. Brett, Donna's attorney, requested a preliminary restraining order so Donna could return to the team immediately. Her coach, Tracy Fifer, was also put on probation for allowing her to play.
We were upset with him getting released as a teacher and a coach, and that was wrong because he stood up for something that was right.
During that time, it was pretty traumatic. As a high school student, I would get nasty messages left in my locker.
Though Donna had the support of her family, friends, and coach, she faced a lot of adversity. There were many different viewpoints and opinions which conflicted with each other. Golden's athletic director, Bill Lewis, said, "Let's face it, the girls just aren't big enough and strong enough." CHASA's commissioner, Ray Ball, supported proposal number 6, which gathered 121,000 signatures that would repeal the state's Equal Rights Amendment because he thought they could not continue to support girls' athletic programs as stated under the amendment. Title IX gave schools until July 21, 1978 to abide by the Title IX regulations. So in Donna Hoover, on behalf of all girls in the state of Colorado similarly situated versus Alvin J. Meiklejohn, the Board of Education of Jefferson County School District, and the Colorado High School Activities Association, the Equal Protection Clause was used for the case, which ensured the equal protection of the laws. On October 13, 1976, 2 weeks after Donna Hoover was officially banned from the Golden High School boys soccer team, a hearing and testimony was held. A temporary order was provided, which could be valid until the end of the soccer season. Donna would be allowed to participate in the Golden High School soccer program in any drills designed to improve stamina and endurance. She would not be allowed to participate in games and informal scrimmages, including junior varsity games and any drills where the probability of collision contact with other players exists. Judge Richard P. Matsch set the court date for the following spring of 1977, so Donna was allowed back on the field to practice with the team. March 18, 1977 was the official court case of Hoover versus Meiklejohn. Judge Matsch rejected Chassa's claim that girls were too small and frail to play soccer, writing, "She is 5'4", tall, weighs 120 pounds, and is in excellent physical condition." She was considered average size on the team. Judge Matsch had 3 tests considering the case. First, that the opportunity to play soccer was important. It offered possibilities for athletic scholarships and opportunities at colleges and universities, and whether it is algebra athletics, that which is provided must be open to all. Secondly, Judge Matsch considered the argument that females would be injured playing the game. Differences among individuals in both sexes is greater than the average differences between the sexes. As Chassa was not interested in the protection of small males, this argument was invalid. Third, women and girls constitute a majority of the people in this country. To be effective citizens, they must be permitted full participation in the educational programs designed for that purpose. To deny females equal access to athletics supported by public funds is to permit manipulation of governmental power for masculine advantage. Any notion that young women are so inherently weak, delicate, or physically inadequate that the state must protect them from the folly of participation in vigorous athletics is a cultural anachronism unrelated to reality. Chassa was given 3 options, which are the options provided by Title IX. First, a separate girls' team that received substantially equal support could be established. Secondly, the team could become co-ed and Donna would be allowed to play on the team. Third, the school district could eliminate soccer altogether, as it was not constitutional for the district to have a boys' team while prohibiting girls to play. At first, Jefferson County and Chassa decided to go for the last option. The main issues with continuing the soccer program were injuries, despite Coach Fifer testifying twisted ankles and bruised shins as the only injuries he'd seen, and a cost of about $2,000 to support girls soccer players.
Even what decade you were in, that was a drop in a bucket, so it was a minimal cost.
The original decision to eliminate soccer entirely was completely traumatic, but with the support of the lawyers to hang in there, it's not going to stay, this decision, and then with the decision a few days later to create the equally funded, I thought it was fantastic. That was what we were looking for.
Even though Donna wasn't allowed to be in the team picture, her role in the Golden High School soccer program was huge. Her teammate Dirk Douglas wrote in her yearbook, "You should have been in this picture. If I'm on the yearbook staff next year, I'll for surely put your name in print. I will always remember Hoover versus the world." The next year, the spring of 1978, Donna's senior year, was Colorado's first year of high school sanctioned girls soccer.
I think over 40 girls tried out or went for the team. So we had a full varsity team, junior varsity team, and so that really was the start of high school sanctioned soccer for Colorado.
And so they moved on. It was like, girls soccer was here to stay. And it created a lot of things for girls. They had the backing of Title IX, so things grew from that point on for girls sports. She's the reason there's girls soccer.
The United States women's national soccer team owes much to the Hoover versus Meiklejohn case. While Donna Hoover was a trailblazer, her legacy is left unfinished. Coaches of girls' teams are paid less than boys' teams, and women's athletics in general are taken less seriously than those of their male counterparts. However, through Donna's initial encounter with conflict and by challenging the issue she faced, Donna Hoover was able to reach the compromise that opened the door and led the way for many women.
It's a forgotten story to a large degree, but she was the pioneer. She opened the door for a lot of things. They ultimately recognized that there should be a girls' soccer program in high school and made it happen.
She was just a young lady that wanted to play soccer.